Previously, interior designer Andrew Mackenzie transformed our lounge into a soft, elegant and relaxing space, inspired by the calm and refreshing fragrance of freesia and jasmine. Today he's going to go in a more dramatic and masculine direction, basing his design on the exotic scent of vanilla and orchid.
Vanilla and orchid, I think the combination for me is about warmth, and it's quite sexy. It's slightly more restrained, and yet not losing touch with a sense of beauty. I want the room to take on a more sexier appeal. Now, what is sexy? I mean, it means many things for many people, but at the end of the day, it needs to be relaxed. It needs to be enjoyed, whether it's a single person, whether it's a family, a couple. And I think small spaces are wonderful opportunities to create relaxed intimacy. And I think the smells of vanilla, the warm undertones of that, and of course the architectural detail of an orchid is my lead for this makeover.
In his previous interior, Andrew kept things very soft and layered to best accentuate the fragrance. This time, he's going for a much more intense color palette.
I've chosen a very simple and quite striking color palette of black, grey, with an accent of ochre and yellow, never forgetting that it's all about texture. Whilst a room can take on simplicity and a sexiness, it doesn't have to be cold. It still must have that sense of warmth, family, friends, and personality. At the end of the day, a room has to translate the people that live there.
Andrew's first step, once again, is to remove all the elements he doesn't want to include in his design scheme. In this case, that's everything but the couches and the curtains. With that done, Andrew's next step is to bring in an oversized dark rug as the base canvas of his entire design.
Well, as you can see, we're starting to bring in the first of the big elements. And again, I am going on about using a carpet and the specific scale of a carpet. Anything that's too small in a small space will break up the space. The eye doesn't like that. So we want to open up the room. And you might even think to yourself, but why are you using a black or a dark carpet? Doesn't that bring it in even more? You know, like the little black dress, you can never go wrong. And black is a fantastic canvas color to do or use popping colors. And that's what I'm going to be using now with these bright ochres.
Once the cushions and throws have been layered on the couches for maximum effect, Andrew moves on to the wall treatment. And for this plan, he's gone for a statement piece that helps elongate the room.
What we've done is try to open up the room. Earlier we were talking about making a smaller room look larger, and this helps elongate and open out the space a little bit. The flower arrangement, which we've had a little bit of fun, and anyone can kind of do this, just go into your garden, clip a whole lot of jasmine that's in season at the time, and just simply weave it in, and it just scents the whole room, and it's a great little party trick at a very low cost.
Next, Andrew brings in a retro glass coffee table as the centerpiece of the room, which he layers with stylish objets to help reflect light and enhance his design. Finally, he brings in flowers in tall vases to help give the impression of height in this small space, as well as the last few elements of his design, such as lamps and additional perspex chairs.
Well, I think it went very well. It's quite hard as a designer not knowing, or anyone, where do you stop in a room, especially in a small room. And the fragrance that we were interpreting, vanilla and orchid, the inspiration, I never went literal. I didn't follow the smell of vanilla, the color of vanilla, but I rather focused more on the orchid, which for me is a very powerful flower. It's able to stand alone. It is a very architectural, beautiful flower that everyone relates to, and I think it's both masculine and feminine. And for me, I've taken a more masculine approach, a more simple approach, like the orchid. And I've used a glass coffee table that inspired by the 80s, and created a tablescape, created a story where one is able to entertain from very, very simply and easily, and just enjoy the beautiful objects that one may be collecting as one's journey goes on.